Hi everybody, this is Sandhani from Sunny Creates. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today is the last of our A to Z times 2 challenge, the first part of it. And we are going to be working with zips on this one here. And I'm quite excited. It means that we have done 26 weeks of it and we are going to go back into the circle again. So that also tells us that we are almost halfway into the year, if not already. I haven't done my calculations. And it has been lots of fun, and I really enjoyed doing this series, and it has definitely pushed me to do things or explore things that I never would have done before. So I'm quite excited about doing the next round of the A to Z times 2. If you haven't as yet followed or joined the series, then please do so. I will put the link down below, or rather I would put it as an end card to this video where you can see the playlist for the A to Z times 2 that we have already done. Okay, and you can join in whenever you want to, or you can even look at it whenever you want to, and there you will find ideas for A to Z. And we're going to be doing another round of it, as I mentioned. So we're going to do zips today, and I'm going to do one project with zips. Oh, let's just put it this way. I only have one zip. Okay, so let's hope that it works. Now I am incorporating my one zip. Well, I have many zips. It's just that I don't have the colors I need and I don't have the size I need. So I am just going to wing it. I thought about it, so I hope that it plays out in my head, or it plays out on paper as it plays out in my head. I am going to incorporate it with the neutral and blue ring bound junk journal that we are doing. And this is one of the pages that I'm going to be using. And in my previous videos I said we should have pages that are about 3 pages thick, if it makes sense. So this is 2 pages thick at the moment, and there's a reason why I didn't add the third page to it. It's because I'm going to be sewing, and then I want the third page to actually cover the sewing. So as I said, playing out in my head, let's hope it happens right as I want it to. So what I'm going to do firstly is I am going to stencil this page. You're not going to see a lot of it, so if you don't want to stencil the whole thing, which I don't think is necessary, and also if we want to save ink, then we shouldn't be doing that. Looking for my blue ink. Oh, I'll say there it is. Okay, let's do that, and let's look for my blue. It should be somewhere here, but you know, Murphy's Law is that I won't find it, but I do have it here. And if I'm going to ink anything, because I know what size this is, I put it out as a test, then I think I'm going to just ink this part here, because I do believe that these could be the only parts that are really going to show, and we can do that. Right, this step is not a necessity. You don't have to do it. I'm going to turn that around and put this here like that, and then ink this part here as well. So I hope you are all doing well. It is Sunday evening here, and this video is a bit late, but I had done another video before this, and I just went down to grab something to eat, and you know how it goes, eh? So that's nice. I love this. I love how this is turning out. These stencils, I love everything. I'm really beginning now to fall in love with this junk journal, this one that we are doing. Yes, so as I was mentioning, I do hope that y'all are well and that y'all had an awesome weekend, a restful, awesome weekend. It is full of the things that you love doing during the weekend. whatever that may be. Some of us don't, some people don't journal during the weekend. It's family time. In others do, because that's the only time that they have to take a break and allow their minds to relax and recharge. Because I certainly feel that when I do journaling, I recharge. Okay, cool, that's done. And I think what I'm going to do as well is, oh, there it is. I was wondering where it was, where it ran off to. And I'm sorry, I didn't even realize if I was out of frame, so I do apologize if I was out of frame there. Hey, I'm just going to ink up the edges on this side like that quickly. So if you are following along on this chat, on this series, this ring bound junk journal series, I hope that you're enjoying it, and I hope it's giving you a good idea that you don't always have to do a journal using digitals. Having said that, if you are on my Facebook group, I have put some digital pages there for you to use if you have a printer. And if you don't, then you can always use stickers and things like that. So this is what I'm going to be using, and then I'm just adding that there. Now, the tutorial I used, I can't remember the name of the person. Sorry, I just can't. Okay, but I will try to find it and link it down below. The tutorial I saw had a the zip kind of was full. It occupied the entire page, but as I mentioned, I don't have a lot of zips. I don't keep a lot of zips, so I'm going to give it my spin, if you could say that, on this tutorial over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure and yeah, do it my way, and hopefully it will work. Now, if you know anything about a zip, which I know you know, is that it has two stoppers. It's got a stopper on the side so that the zip, this part here, does not go past and come out, and it's got the stopper at the end as well, so the two silver parts. Now I'm going to look at it and say, right, if my pocket needs to be as wide or as long as the length between those two stoppers, where am I going to start and where am I going to end? So I'm just going to do that for now, and that's going to be where I start, okay, because I'm going to cut out everything after the stopper on both sides. And then also over here, where do I end? And I am going to cut off everything over there as well. So I'm comfortable. I don't need to worry about that. I need to worry more about this, because this is where I'm going to have to cut. And I'm just going to put a line just above that where it's going to end. A little line there. Okay, so I know that I'm going to cut my page that much. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my page, and I am going to say, right, so let's cut that down first to make life easier. Sorry, should have taken my cutter out. I completely forgot to take my cutter out, but here it is. Now my cutter doesn't stay in frame, so it's too long to keep it in frame, so I'm going to use it in the funny way, hopefully to get it in frame. So I'm going to cut down there, and let's see, if I turn it around, now I'm not going to give you measurements as such because I am using this is the book page, so it depends on the size of book that you have. That's the size you are going to use. Oh, cool. I don't have to extend the arm. Cool. Bananas. So I am going to cut it down this way. And let's just line up that edge. I think that's the edge we're looking for. I'm going to line it up and I'm going to cut it down. Yes, so I know that's how long it's going to be, high. And then the next thing I'm going to do is that I am going to see how wide the page is. So I am going to leave a little in between. I'm not going to line it up straight to the edges over there. Right, so I'm going to line it up. Just leave a smidgen on this side and on that side as well. A little bit there. And I'm going to cut again. And I hope my measurements are correct. My cutting is correct. On this side. Because we need 2 of these. So once again, I'm going to take that line, I'm going to put it there, line everything up, and then cut. And then I'm just going to cut another piece as well. So if I don't trust myself to line it up and cut, so what I'm going to do is I am going to do that. And then I am going to make a line here like that. Not a very good line, I must add. Alright, so there's that. I don't know where's my pencil, so I'm using this. And so this is the same measurement as that piece there. Okay, so there we go, like that. Right. And let's cut it down. Okay. Yeah, you know. Looks straight, but why does that piece? It could be because these are coffee dyed, so they may have warped a bit. Now, I just want to see again whether everything is looking right. It's this way here. And yes, and it's this way as well. Okay, so I'm gonna put this as my bottom piece because there's a crease on it. Be like that. Now this piece here, just making sure that we use the right side, we are gonna cut it in half firstly. Right, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to take it, and I think this could be 170 GSM cardboard that I'm using here. Add it here like that. And take my bone folder and just make that straight. Now all this little bits of like talc that you're seeing is when I coffee dyed this, I added some, I don't know, there used to be, I don't know if there still is, or it could have been the residue from one of the other things that I did where we used I used some sparkle powder, yeah, for the lack of a better word. Now I'm going to take this, where's the fold on this, I am going to just cut off a little bit more down there, maybe something like that. And that's because we've got the sip. So if I have to give you a measurement on how little I'm cutting out, Oh, this is a pretty cool ruler. I didn't realize that. Had centimeters and inches on the same side. So, oh my greatness. It's like 2 millimeters. 2 millimeters. So, I'm just going to put it there. I don't even think I can do this because I'm taking out so little. So I'm not going to do that. It's not even going to make any difference. So let's just take that there, pull this out, and use this. And make it as straight as possible. Okay. I'm going to turn it around because I'm a left-handed person. And I'm going to eyeball it now, right? So there we go there. I'm going to eyeball. So I had to pull it nearer to me to see whether I'm eyeballing it correctly. Yeah, I'm going to take out that much. Really, it's like 2 millimeters or less. Now, I hope that's enough. I hope it is enough. Split the card, yes, and let's just hope that's enough. Okay, so let's see. Might be a bit too little, but let's put this here and then we will figure it out. Okay. Because all we'll have to do is we'll have to take out some from the sides there. So I think what I'm going to do is that I'm going to ink up some of the edges and we'll move from there. I won't ink up the last part of the edge. So let's do this. Let's ink this up here. And once again, let's put it here to see. Right, so I'm going to ink this edge and this edge for now, because I don't know whether we need to cut off any more. Don't think we do. No, I'm going to ink up all 4 edges now that I think about it. I'm going to ink up all 4 edges. Like that. Because this is fine. Here, on the other hand, I'm only going to ink up 3 edges. So 2 short edges and 1 long edge. Because we might need to cut off 1 long edge a little bit. So no use inking it and then you're going to have to re-ink it. Right, so let's do that. Now we are going to put our, keep the 2 uninked edges on one side, and now we are going to line up our paper like that with the edge of the, no, the inked edge, put the inked edge in, not the unink, sorry, and line it up, just seeing how much we short by, whether I must bring this in a little here. No, I think I'm fine, but you might have to adjust it with this up. Now, can I ink this, use that and line it up bottom of the card with the bottom of the stopper, like that, and we can do the same on the other side as well. Right, and we're going to do that, and let's see what happens. So the inked edge, we are going to take it. I'm going to put a small bead. I wonder. No, it's thick enough for it not to show through. Bead of glue, a nice bead of glue. And let's ink it up. Line it bottom of that straight as can be to that here. Make sure you burnish it well. You see, because I'm a left-handed person, I automatically wanted to use it that way. Okay. Yes, and then the same for this now. And let's just hope it works. It's the first time I'm doing it, so let's hope it works. There we go, edge to edge. She made it look so easy. And then turn it over, burnish it very nicely. Uh-oh. Let's just hope it didn't move. No, it didn't. Okay, so turn it over. Maybe let's add something before we burnish it. I'm just looking for my tape. Let's try this here. Looks a bit thin. To put 2 layers of it. I'm going to add some here. Just to hold it in place, and also so that when you're putting something in, it doesn't move. And let's just hope on the side it didn't move, because that's important that it doesn't move. Okay, let's turn it over. Let's do this side now as well. That's here. The same. Like that. Ooh. And then what I'm going to do on this side, I am going to add some glue as well. Just to keep it in place, but on this one I'm going to add some glue to it, because that's where the stopper ends. Now you don't have to do the step, it's not necessary. I'm just doing it. Like that. Okay, and it's looking fine. And then all we're going to do, maybe we will wait for that, is we're going to see now how much of the card do we need to take off, because so can you see why I didn't ink the edge, the outside edges? Because we need to take out a sliver of it. But before we do that, what we're going to do now is we are going to sew around here. To keep this in place, we're going to sew around here and here, here and here, okay? And then we are going to add it to that. So I'm going to do that and I'm going to come back to you, okay? Soon, shortly. Okie dokie, I am back and my sewing is not fantastic. The reason is on this machine that I use to sew paper, I do not have a zipper foot. So I was just making do with, yeah, having some fun with it. So let's just hope that I get this right. And I'm able to work this out. Cool. Now I am going to take my scissor and I'm going to open it out a little bit. Like that. But please, if you're not sewing, do wait for that ink to dry. And I'm going to try and cut it as flush as possible with the paper without cutting on the stoppers itself. Okay, so I think that's the important part, that you don't cut the stopper off. I think I must use not my sewing scissor. I think I must use my rough scissor. A bit over here. Yeah, okay. So that looks okay. And then here, let's do the same. Use my sewing scissor till a point. Bring my rough scissor in. And okay, it cut the material. I was worried that it wasn't going to cut the material. It did, but it didn't leave a very neat edge. But really, I don't want to use my sewing scissor. There. Right. Because that's cutting into metal there, and yeah, you shouldn't be cutting into metal with your sewing scissor or your material scissor. So that's that. Yep, perfect. And now what we're going to do is, hopefully we are going to be able to put this down. And gonna have to be very careful how I add it so that the what's this word, we don't take the stitches out. But before I do that, I am going to take this here and I am going to stencil it as well. So leave that to one side. Blue, 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 where are you? Let's take some faded jeans. I love this color. And I'm just going to add it to the inside, because remember this pocket is going to open to a degree. means you're going to be able to see. Now it's not going to open fully. I stuck my stencil there. Lucky for me, I can print. I just cut another one out. I mean, you don't want to mess it up because that's just wasteful. Sometimes these things happen. Oh my greatness, look at that. It's such a beautiful stencil. Right, so now we're going to add this, but as I said, just hoping that I don't take out the sewing. And I'm going to open up this pocket a little bit. I'm going to glue up the sides, and then I'm going to glue up that end there. Right, so maybe I must just add some glue underneath here because it looks like it's coming, it's not sticking down properly. Yeah. That's fine. This one here is just a problem. And there we go. Right, so I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna add glue to this here first. This edge here. And the only reason I'm adding glue to this edge first is because I think I sewed a little bit more in on this edge than on that. So actually I should have added glue to this edge first, but with this print you can turn it around, so it's fine. And so we're gonna just do that. Just check here with my sewing. I think I'm fine on that side, and I'm fine on this side, meaning that I'm not going to cut off any of my sewing. So that, and then some glue to the bottom. And then some glue here. Now you could have done it a different way, meaning that you could have done the pocket and then sewed it all up, but my machine struggled a bit with the other one. The last time I made something, because the layers are thick, so I didn't want to do that, and that's why, otherwise, meaning that you could have sewed it there, and there, and it would have been fine. Okay, so with 2 layers of cardboard, and your machine would have been fine. All right, if your machine can do that, but mine is struggling a bit, so I'm not going to force it to do that. It is old and I think it needs a service, so let's just do that quickly. Now that pocket is done. That's how quick it was. And you can open and you can close, but what I'm going to do is, so you can do that, right, and you can make it a pocket, but I'm going to seal up these 2 ends as well, so it becomes a pocket that you can put things into and it's not going to fall out. So all I'm going to do is now I'm going to open it up, turn it around, and I am going to add some glue to this part here, like that. But I'm going to stop just shy of just shy of the zip. Okay, but it's caught the zip as well. It just caught the zip. The only reason why I am doing that is because I don't want glue on the zip itself, because that might just stop it from working properly. So just like that. Okay, so I don't want glue on the zip, these parts, the grooves of the zip, just in case it doesn't work. So that's the reason why I didn't add anything to it. Just a little bit off over there on the sides there. Now if I look at this, my hands are now really sticky. So if you look at it now, and I'm not letting it dry, which is bad, it becomes a pocket like that and like that. Okay, so I'm going to put this here to hold it in place. Now let's put it this way to hold that in place, and there's another one here. We're going to have that there, and then we're going to glue it down, and I know I will forget to ink it, so let me ink a doodle do it. There we go. So there's so little that's there that we can comfortably get away with not cutting them down, but if you want to, you can. Just want to see if I cut it down. Yeah, no, I'm fine with it. I'm fine. I'm okay with it. There we go. Now let's decorate it a little bit, and we can call it done. Sorry, I meant to take out my stand, but I completely forgot. Excuse me, didn't mean to do that. Let's put that back where it belongs. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it was a bit different, but it was fun to use zips here. Just gonna add it to this side. No, let's put it there, and then let's do this on this side like that, and let's stamp it. Oh shucks, this is so difficult. This is a new stamp. Shouldn't have taken a brand new one. I'm gonna have to prime it first now. Let's prime it quickly. This is archival ink in Cobalt. Ranger archival ink in Cobalt. Cool. Oh, just let me get one thing. Because this table is rather hard. So excuse my very dirty mat. I need to wash it. I think when I go downstairs now, I must take it down and just wash it. Oh, I meant to do that. Okay. Alright, let's take that out. And Let's add that there, like that. Let's see. Oh, how pretty. But I'm going to add a different one on this side. And I'm going to use this one. It's my favorite. Oh, my son is so loud. He came up today. I didn't call him. I don't know why he thought I did. He goes like, yo. Okay, yo means yes. Okay. Is he going again? And then I was like, and he says, yes. Yo, I said, no, I didn't call you. Oh, did you see that? Did you see what happened? Well, I'm going to have to use it like that now. It just fell. That's where it was supposed to go, and that's where it's going, right? That wasn't the perfect image. There's ghosting on it and everything. Well. Oh, no. I was going to say, oh, you got to be kidding. Did I stamp it upside down? All right. Well, it is there now. I can't do anything about it. The only thing I can possibly do is cover it up like that. Like that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm going to do that. Oh, yes. Let's see. I'm going to have to do that. Like that thing. But it's still showing through. Oh, leave it. Leave it alone. Wait. Now. No, you know what? Leave it. Just leave it. We can work with it. Learn to work with it, Anthony. It's there now and it's done. I don't want that one. I want this one here. Yeah, so it comes up and it was like, yo, and like, it's like, no, but I didn't call you. I'm busy. Okay, you're busy. He's busy in the garden, taking out the sweet potatoes. Well, no, let's rephrase that. He's busy in the garden watching the sweet potatoes being taken out. Let's add that there. Now, ladies, I don't know. Our gardener planted sweet potatoes some time ago, and he's not here. He wasn't here today. But we took out sweet potatoes, and the one day I told him, I said to him, can you please take out all that weeds? He says, no, it's not weeds, it's sweet potatoes. I was like, but from where? He says, no, I planted them. And then I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know you planted them. Sorry, I assumed they were weeds. I said, but the last time they were there, I think I even pulled them out, you know, when they were very little. And then he was, yes, I noticed. So I said, no, if you're going to be planting something that I haven't asked for you to plant, then let me know, because I'm going to, if I don't know what it is, I'm going to pull it out of the garden, okay? So anyway, I said, but now it's ready. And I don't know much about sweet potatoes, I'll be honest. I mean, I eat them, but I've never planted them before. But we've got ones that are this big, like a head. It's ridiculous. I don't know whether they're nice. I don't know whether they are not nice. But my husband and I were saying today that we've never seen sweet potatoes that big in our entire life. And it's like they are on steroids or something like that. So we're gonna have to make some and then see whether they are overgrown or something like that, because now I have our helper, who's a male, went into the garden today because he wanted to check on the sweet potatoes, and he's like, I've never seen such huge sweet potatoes in my life as well. I was like, well, there's always a first. So now we're all very curious. All of us are very curious as to whether those sweet potatoes are going to be nice or not, because they are absolutely so huge. So he's like, no, we must check and see how they're going to be. And I was like, yes, because I've never seen that huge ones before. Now I'm gonna, okay, just so that we can keep it the same. And talk about sweet potatoes growing. The word we have here is grow. How do you like that? And let's see what's on this side. And thankful. Thankful. Yes, I like those two words. So let's just add those two and let's get going. Tell him he needs to bath. Of course, I'm coming down now to watch a movie with him. What am I looking for? I'm looking for something. Yes, this is what I'm looking for. Let me put that scissor away, because I don't need that one. This one is here. So I'm thinking to myself, maybe to cover that gap, let's add it here. I'll put that one down there and then that one up there. Sorry if I was out of frame. I didn't realize it. So this is going to go here. Like that. With that word there. Like that. Yes. And we can put some eyelash trim on it if we want to as well. Yeah. Sorry, I was thinking maybe I should use something else on it, but I think it's okay. Yeah, so these are the words we made the other day. Like that. Maybe they should go underneath. Okay, it's done. It's okay. And then on the top over here. So inadvertently, we have made a page and a journal in a journal, because this is going to be a page in a journal. Like that. Ridiculous. You should see what this glue looks like. Not this one, although this one looks bad as well. This one here, it's just all over the place. I'm actually going to use some of it now, because it's weeping and doing its own thing. Just terrible. Love it. We might have to cut some of this down there because it might interfere with the zip, so I might have to do that. And we are nearly done. Just need to add this here like that. And let's cut off some of this so that it doesn't bother the zip too much. Cool, bananas. So let's take that out. Let's take that out and put these pieces away. Yeah. Away. Sorry, I just feel like I need to neaten up a little bit. There's the page. Now we're going to add it to the page. The height seems a bit long for the page. How did that happen? Oh no, I know why. Guys, we have to cut it down. Oh. I thought I was fine. I forgot about the measurements. There. Yes, now that works. So let's ink up this edge again. There, like that. Yeah. So I'm only going to glue 3 sides. So there's the change here, because the other tutorial was it glued it all together and it fit the entire page, and mine is not going to. I'm going to do a pocket as well. So it did work out in my head and on paper. And I'm going to glue it to the bottom like that. There. And then let's just bring in our stencil and add a little bit more here. Yeah, there like that. And then all we're gonna do is these are pockets for us to keep all our secret letters in. Sorry, our pocket for us to keep our secret letters in it, using zips for our A to Z today. Nice, nice. What's happening here? Just want to add some glue here. A little bit of glue here, because for some reason it opened up. There we go. That's it. And then what I wanted to do is, I don't know where I put those tags, right? But let's say, for example, we have a nice big fat tag coming in there like that. Oh, perfection. No, not perfection, but it's awesome. Okay, it's awesome. It's how I planned it in my head, and there it is. I would definitely put a nice big fat tag in there, but I haven't made a big fat tag as yet, so that is the reason why it looks like that. But I think this is a winner, and thank you for staying around, just trying to neaten the place so that you can have a good view of what we did today. And I'll give you a still shot of this when we are done, or when I am done. So thanks so much for watching, and if this is something that you like to see and you enjoy this type of content, and if you haven't as yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please consider subscribing to the YouTube channel, and also please consider giving this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it, and also a comment on what you thought about this pocket with the zip and the first part of our A to Z times 2 finalized. Or imagine that, we at Z. I never thought I was going to get to Z, but here we are at Z, and we're continuing to next week with A again. Yeah, so have yourselves an awesome day. Please consider subscribing, giving this a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that notification tab if you want to see more of my videos like this. And take care. Have a blessed week ahead from Santhony at Sunny Creates. Bye bye. Let's close this before we go. There we go. I love it. It's awesome. Bye bye.